Hi, welcome back to another edition of Behind the Hustle. I'm Brendan Bartik with Brendan Bartik Real Estate Coaching, where our mission is to train the most elite real estate agents and coaches on earth. Today we're going to be talking about the shit top producing agents don't want you to know, right? So let's dive into that, right? And I was thinking about this, and it's one of the things that always made me very curious as I was coming up through the real estate ranks, if you will. And I was like, there's gotta be some things there that are these secret sauces, these things that I don't know about, these things that these people are doing to give me a competitive edge, right? So let's break that down, right? Let's go into the very first one about, again, the shit that top producers don't want you to know. What they really don't want you to know, and I can tell you this because I coach them, I train with them, all of them have kind of the same secret sauce, is that they are working 24/7. That's what they don't want you to know. They want to make it look easy, they want to make it look like it's not a big deal, but the truth is most top producing agents are working a ton. We're talking 70 hours a week. They're going hard every single day. A lot of them, they're the first ones up, the last ones to bed. They're checking everything 100 times over. They're on social media relentlessly. They're doing their mailers. They're on their phone calls. They're doing all these different things. They're working a ton. So that's one of the things that they try to underplay to make it look like this was like, hey, no big deal. I guarantee you go to most real estate offices, you'll see the same cars there every weekend, the top producers. You'll see them there late at night. They'll be the last car in the driveway. So that's one of the main things they want you to know, right? Or that they don't want you to know, excuse me. Number two, right, shit that they don't want you to know is that they're highly, highly leveraged, okay? They do certain things very, very well, and they leverage out every single other thing so they can focus on that one thing, which for most of us is lead generation, right? They're very good at only focusing on lead generation and consistent lead generation. Boom, if I talk to people, boom, if I talk to people. The more people I talk to, the more money I make. And they're in fact obsessed with it and motivated by it, right? So that's what they do. When I say that word leverage, as soon as you can get to your first leverage point, whether that's a virtual assistant, an executive assistant, a TC, anything. But here's the problem that I find with agents that I coach. They're really trying to put the horse before the cart. The cart before the horse, excuse me. The cart before the horse. And they'll be like, I need 3 assistants, 2 ISAs, all of this stuff. And I'm looking at it going, you're not even lead genning 2 hours a day right now. So you don't need leverage yet because you're not doing enough to get that leverage. So you should have your first leverage point in your assistant when you're doing about 25 deals a year, right? You can have a TC that'll definitely help you before that. TC meaning just a transaction manager that's helping with the deals, but that's what you need. Then once you get to 25 deals, it's almost every 25 deals, you're going to need another full support staff person, 25 to 30, so you can grow and grow and grow and have more leverage. Now, think about it like this. 25 deals, let's say that you're making $10,000 per deal. That's $250,000. You pay 50 of that thousand to an executive assistant or an assistant, so you're making 200, okay? Think about the numbers. Then you go to the next 200, you pay another 50, so you're making 400, paying 100. Does that make sense? Would you pay 100,000 to make 400,000? Of course you would. Makes logical sense, right? So think about those numbers as you're doing it. That's the shit they don't want you to know is they're leveraged as soon as they possibly can be. As soon as they possibly can be. Okay? Cool? So that's another thing. And then the third piece about this that for the most of them is that they're really dialed in, right? Really, really, really dialed in to what I call their MET database. So everybody that I've coached with, whether they do it in a systematic fashion or some type of way, they usually have 10 to 50 people in their Met database, and meaning Met meaning somebody that they would spend $33 a year marketing to that would buy or sell a house with them or refer them business, is what we define as a Met. Okay? They're really dialed into these people, and these people refer them business all the time. So they're commenting on their Facebook, they're stopping by their house, they're dinner partying them, they're doing all of these things. Their touches for their Met database are so good that they're getting a lot of business and referral business from a very small pool of people. Now, for myself, when I got into it, I didn't have much of a database or anything like that, so I had to do a lot more outbound cold calling to build that same sort of network, to have those same types of clientele be involved. Now, this goes back to basic business, but that's all they're really doing. What they don't want you to know is, they're doing these very, very, very specific things with a very few specific people that's producing them massive results, right? Now, the last one, and I'll just kind of give you the last pro tip, and when we're looking at this, they are very passionate about self-marketing. Okay? What they don't want you to know is that they love the fact of anytime they have a chance to market themselves, promote themselves, show off themselves, billboards, bus signs, TV, radio, they're willing to spend the money for promotion. They're willing to spend the money to get themselves out there. And so out of every check, if they make $10,000, they're spending $1,000 to do that, right? Or even at times even more. They're investing all the money back into themselves. They've learned how to live on less, to put the money back into the business so it gets to the big part. Most agents make $1, spend $1.10. Most top producers make $1, live on 50 cents, and spend about 30 cents to 40 cents back into marketing and self-promotion, right? So those are just a few of the things, like I said, that's the shit they don't want you to know. And they laugh and watch everyone else run around that's not doing those simple things. So think about that. Think about, who can I mentor with that's a top producer? Who can I model after? That's all I looked at. I've had great mentors my entire career. I've had great coaches. Who can I coach with that can give me these shortcuts and these tools and these tips? Think about that. You don't need to recreate the wheel. You don't need to do it. It doesn't make any sense. Model, mentor, and then do the smart things that the top agents are doing. And as always, I wish you great success.